Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing another German car. As you guys know, that's my favorite kind of car. German cars are my favorite. We will be reviewing, I don't know if you guys can tell by the seats. I don't know if you guys can take a lucky guess. Anyways, we'll be reviewing an SL550, a 2014 Mercedes SL550. Now, those of you that know me know that I'm not a big Mercedes fan. I'm more of a BMW Audi fan, but actually, I have a lot to say about this car. So please watch till the end of the video, and please make sure you like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Anyways, the SL550 comes, or sorry, the SL Mercedes in 2014 comes in 3 different models. It comes in the SL550, the SL63, and the SL65. Now, all of these are V8s, rear-wheel drives, 7-speed transmission, so that's like standard for all of them. The SL550, now, I believe it replaced, in 2014, it was replaced from a 5.5 liter to a 4.7 liter. It's still a V8, but it's got the twin turbo now. So, a little bit of a downgrade in the, you know, the liters, but you got that twin turbo on it. So and that is 429 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, which is fairly fast. I mean, it's a fairly good 0 to 60 timing. And then after that you have the SL63. Now, I believe in the previous generations the SL63s came in about a 6.2 liter V8. Now, in this newer generation, they replaced the 6.2 liter with a 5.5 liter, I believe, V8, also twin turbo. So it's kind of sad because I love that naturally aspirated 6.2 liter like engine in that car, because it sounds like a monster under the hood. So nice, such a nice engine. So I believe that that's what it replaced. I know the C63 in 2015 or whatever is still a 6.2, I believe. But anyways, that one has 530 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds. So it's like 0.3 seconds faster than the SL550. And then you got the SL65. Oh my god. The SL65 is a V12. Now, the Germans love to have the V12 option in their cars because BMW has a V12. In the, I believe the 760 they used to have it. I don't know if they still do. Mercedes has the V12, and the like 600 CL600s and the CL65s and the, you know, all those. And I'm not sure if Audi has a V12 besides the R8. I think the R8 is a V12, but I think that's it. But anyways, this one is the 65 is 6.0 liter V12. Sorry, in the beginning of my video I said they are all V8s. I'm sorry. The SL65 is a V12, 6.0 liter, twin turbo also. So imagine driving that on the road. Oh my god. Just a monster under the hood. I wish I could get my hands on one of those. That has 621 horsepower for this little tiny coupe. So that's just literally, I think instead of going straight, I think it goes straight up. I think it goes vertically rather than horizontally. So, oh my god. I hope to get the chance to drive one of those one day. So, the price range, MSRP when they first came out, ranges between $107,000, this is in dollars, to about $215,000. And of course you got like the sport package options, and you got like some other kind of options that you could add on, and of course all of these options just bump up the price a little bit, but pretty standard. The Mercedes has a very nice like layout of interiors and standard features, so that's really good. I would say the competitor to this car, like the SLs, would honestly be like an M5, but an M5 is a sedan, so I guess that would be the M6. So you'd have the 6 Series, which like the 650, the M6, and I don't know what other trims it comes in, or other models. Then you have the 911. Of course, the 911 is a competitor of an SL because it's a coupe, but the most of the 911s are 6 cylinders, but they got the twin turbos and stuff. and in horsepower with all the added, like, you know, the tuning and all the, you know, all that stuff, it equals out. So that would be a competitor for sure. For an American competitor, it's gonna be like a Corvette, or maybe like an SRT8 Challenger, maybe. That's what I'm thinking, around that. Like the Challenger, the Corvettes, and then of course if you got the SRT8 to compete with the 63 or the 65 of the SL. And then for a Japanese competitor, I was kind of thinking a little bit. I don't really know for a Japanese. Like, I wouldn't say like a 350Z or a 370Z or anything. I would say, I guess the only thing that I can think of is the Lexus RC. That's probably the competitor that I can think of. If you guys can think of a Japanese competitor for this car, please tell me. Honestly, as I mentioned, I'm not a big Mercedes fan, but this really, like, how do I say, this really like benchmarked my, like, Mercedes for me. So let me get out of the car and talk a little bit about the interior exterior. Just wait a second. So now this one's like a charcoal. It's called, like, I think Designo graphite color. It's like a gray. It's very nice. You know, it's in Scottsdale. A lot of the, like, rich moms, or, like, how do I say, yeah, like the rich moms drive this car. But I mean, it makes a statement. When you pass by an SL, it looks really good. Like, oh wow, it's very eye-catching, especially in this newer generation, 2014. Now let me show you. I love seeing those belts. Look at that, man. Oh my god. Camshaft, crankshaft, all that. Okay, so it is a V8. I believe these are the turbos, if I'm not mistaken. Very clean layout, very beautiful, very eye-catching. My favorite part of the car is the engine. I love the engine of a car. I love just staring at it. I love trying to... Here, I'm sorry, here's the turbos, I believe. These are the twin turbos. They did really well with the front end. Now, if you remember the older generation of the SL, of the Mercedes, it kind of has the same silhouette. I call it a silhouette, but like the, you know, the Mercedes sign is like huge. The grille is a little like more clean. The headlights are very eye-catching. They got the xenon lights, which is very nice, and just the flow. If I get a little closer, you could just see the very smooth flow in that. I absolutely love that. It's very, for me, in my opinion, it's got a long front end, which is kind of like a Camaro. I feel like Camaros are very long from the front, but it's got the nice AMG wheels, and I love the brakes. Brakes are my favorite. I love brakes that, like, say, oh, Mercedes-Benz or Porsche or, you know, M-Power. I love that. I get really excited. Or Brembo. I get very excited when I see that. And these are 19-inch wheels, and these are just the standard rims. Like, they're not aftermarket. These are the standard rims, and 19-inch, which is pretty nice. SL. I don't know if you can see the taillights are very nice too. Very red and very like, I don't know, just very, I don't even know what to say. They just did very well in that. Okay everyone, sorry, I'm just continuing the video because my camera ran out of battery or whatever. So anyways, actually another cool feature about this is, okay, I was just playing around, so I was looking at how oh, and for all of you that don't know, this car is convertible. So it's got a hardtop convertible, which is cool. I'm not a fan of convertible cars. Those who know me know I really dislike convertible cars. I just feel like they're more of a girly car, and I like aggressive cars. I like cars that you would never expect a woman to be in. So that's why I don't really favor convertible. But anyways, this is a hardtop convertible. It's not bad, you know, it works. I mean, I'll live if I have it. I won't, I guess it works. So I was just trying to figure out how do you open the roof of this car, because the button is hidden somewhere. But while I was playing with it, like, you see the sunroof, it's like kind of blue tinted a little bit. Well, you just, with the press of a button, it gets darker. You know, if the sun's bothering you, but you still want a sunroof a little bit, because you don't have the option in this car to like pull out that shade thing. So if it's just too dark, if it's too light out, then you just press that. If you want it lighter, just magically press it and it just brightens. It's very cool. It's a very cool option. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they had that in cars. I wish they could have it for like the sides and the windshield and stuff. But okay, so again, like I said, this car is convertible. So to open the roof, and I'm going to show you guys how it opens from the outside too. So I'm going to stop it right there. And I'm going to get out of the car just so you can kind of see it. Look at the interior, man. I just love the color combinations on this. I absolutely love it. So, you know, if it's a nice day in Arizona, unlike today, it's been like raining and cloudy and stuff, you can just put the roof down and then you got your coupe of a sports car. And if it starts raining like it is today, you can just put the roof up simply. Also, let's open the trunk a little bit. Here's the roof, by the way. So there's pretty good trunk space for a like convertible car. It's not too bad. I don't know, you know, it's probably like a foot, a little more than a foot. But if you're like me and when you travel and you're going to the airport and you take like 4 bags with you, this isn't really going to cut it unless you're going to decide to leave like one of your passengers and put a luggage bag in the passenger seat. Now, with the press of a button, see, everything is very mechanical. And Germans are good at that. Everything is very, just like so easy. I mean, it's not, like they say, Americans are lazy, so like everything, like your car has to be automatic and everything has to be just easy to, like easy access and just simple. But like the Germans are very good at having everything mechanical, so it makes everything easier. Okay, let me show you. Now, when you want the roof back up, it's actually very fun to watch. See? Okay. And when it does that dun sound, you know that like the roof is up and ready and you can start driving again. So I really like that feature in it. Okay, right now my suspension's on comfort mode. I'm gonna put it into sport. And actually, funny thing, you guys, when I was stepping out, let me see if I can put this on. While I was stepping out of my driveway to come where I am right now, like I just kind of like gave it a little bit more throttle than I probably should, and I felt the back end just kind of like lose control a little bit, but the traction control kind of held it in place. It like grabbed itself, so that was good. It was in a neighborhood. I wouldn't want to crash into like a tree or something, so that's, the traction control works. Okay, let me just say that. I can just tell you that. Now, like I said, this is a V8 4.7 liter twin turbo, so it's got a lot of power, and I think it's 429 horsepower, something like that. So it's pretty powerful for this little thing. You see how small this car is. This is not a big car, you guys. So my neighbors are probably wondering what am I doing, but okay, we're gonna take it on a little test drive. And as you guys know, driving a rear-wheel drive V8 twin turbo with 429 or 30 horsepower in the rain, rear-wheel drive is not the best thing. you know, if you're gonna be going a little aggressive. So I'm not gonna be going aggressive today because I do not want my dad to kill me. Because it's New Year's, and also there's a lot of cops out. It's New Year's Eve, a lot of cops out, so I need to be careful. And if you guys look, it's very cloudy, and we're expecting thunderstorms. The past 2 times I filmed, actually, the weather's been like this, so it's very rare, I guess. But also, I have low tires. As you see, my driver side 33, passenger side 26, rear driver 40, and then rear passenger 44. So I'm not going to be drifting in this car. I'm not going to be doing anything dangerous with this car. Just a basic drive, just to feel like, you know, the 0 to 60. Also, I really like M5s. You guys know that I really like BMW, and I like M5s, and I like actually I forgot what it's called, the F54 or something, or I don't know if that's the new one or the old one. I don't really remember. They have, that one had the V10 in it. My mom had that for a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely beautiful. The 10 cylinders in that, it's like my mom would wake up and like go to the grocery store, take my brother to school, and the garage is like directly under my room, and I would just wake up from the sound of the power, just the sound of the car. So boom, it's like an explosion, and then I swear to God, you would feel the ground shake. I loved waking up to that. It's like music to my ears. It was my favorite thing. This doesn't have that like boom effect, but it's still, I'm sure the SL65 does. I'm sure the SL63 does, because I've driven an E63 and a C63, and when you turn those things on, oh my God, it's like a monster trying to get out of the hood. I love that. Alright, you guys, I'm on Dove Valley right now. This is the road that I usually do my test drives on. Now, I just gotta be clear that there's no cops. That's just my #1 thing right now. I do believe I have a license plate, I really hope. Roads are pretty dry right now, so that's good. Now, down the road a little bit, down into Dove Valley, there's a little bit of construction, or there was. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm hoping that there's no construction there. So Mercedes used to have seats that were really not comfortable before. My dad actually had like very harsh back problems, and he used to, whenever he got into the Mercedes, because he used to drive like an SL before, or a E something, E63 or something like that. And like he would complain after like his drive from work and stuff, he would complain about his back, and we figured out that it was the Mercedes seats that really was not comfortable. They're very stiff. BMW seats, you kind of sink into them, so it's a lot more comfortable. As far as these I feel like hug you, and actually as I was getting out of the gated area, I was turning left, and you just feel the cushion kind of hug you when you turn left from the right side, and then vice versa. When you turn right, the left side of the cushion kind of hugs you, so it can keep you into place, so you're not just flying all over the seats, because you know this is a fast car and you're going to be making quick turns and stuff. So it's a nice feature. My mom's M5 had that, and I love that. It, like, hugs you if you need a hug. So I'm gonna try to, there's no cars behind me, so I'm gonna try to stop somewhere right here and do a 0 to 60 and just pray that there's no cops. It's Christmas, or it's New Year's Eve, and I really don't feel like dealing with any cops today. But anyways, once I find a good spot, I'm gonna continue filming, and you guys can see the speedo and help me record the timing. I'm stopped at Dove Valley, no one behind me, no one in front of me. So we're gonna do a 0 to 60. Ready, set. Oh, that was past 60. I'm sorry, guys. Let's try that again. Let's try that one more time, okay? Let's see the brakes. Yeah, the brakes are okay. Not the best. Okay, now 0 to 60. Now this is kind of hard for me because I have to pay attention to the road, the camera, cops, cars around me and everything, so I'm trying my best to do this again. Ready, set, go. See that traction control, it keeps kicking. There, that's 60. That traction control, just like off the line, it kind of like kicks in, so it kind of slows it down. So if you really want a really good 0 to 60, or if you want a really good pull off from a traffic light, you need to turn off that traction control. But I recommend don't do that unless you know what you're doing, and as long as it's not wet, please make sure it's dry surface before you do that. Now I'm gonna set it into sport mode as I turn the car around. Also, I don't know, like the RPM on that wasn't too good. Like it kept, I think at 3,000 it just kept shifting. I go on to redline it, so I'm gonna put it on sport mode and see how that affects. Let me see if I can stop right here. There's no cars. It's kicking down by itself. Okay, I'm gonna put it, I'm on sport suspension, and then I'm gonna put it in, I believe this is sport mode. That's on manual mode. Yeah, let's put it on manual because manual is considered sport. Now you got the plus knob right here and the minus knob right here, okay? So I'm gonna do a 0 to 60, just I'm gonna wait for this car to pass, and I hope that car behind me. Say hi to the Beamer. Okay, ready, set, go. The traction kicked in. Why did it shift? That was past 60. That's way past 60, but let's keep going. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. That's 100, and I can't. It's a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit here, and I'm going over 100, so. That was pretty nice. It's very smooth. The shifting is very smooth too, so you don't even really feel like you're shifting. Whoops. I hope this car has gas.
Please repeat.
Okay guys, I want to try this one more time. I don't know how to do this. There's no cars behind me. I want to try it one more time. The traction keeps kicking in at first and second gear at the takeoff, so it can prevent slipping, and I guess that's because it's got a lot of power. But let's try this again and see. Ready, set. This is on manual mode. Go. That was like over 60 at third gear. Dude, this car is powerful, man. But at fifth gear, I feel like it's got a rev limiter. I think it's got a rev limiter. So like on 5,000 RPM, it kind of like stops there. It won't go past that, so you're forced to shift it. So I don't really like that. I kind of want to get it to like over 6. So that's something that I don't like about it. But honestly, this thing's a beast, man. It like, you just tap the throttle and you feel like it's like a boost. You feel that turbo in it, which is really nice. I love that. And look at this. I want you guys to look at right here where it says M. I'm drifting off the street. Whoops. Where it says M, I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna downshift, and I gotta be slow here because there's a lot of cars coming, so I don't want to get in trouble. But so I'm on third gear right now, right? And I'm at, say, 40 miles an hour. Do you see how it's telling me to go shift up to go up to fourth gear? So I shift up. Okay, now it's on manual, so it says M. Now it's telling me I can shift up to fifth gear. I need to shift up to fifth gear. So it's like, for those of you who don't really know how to, and now it's saying I can go up to sixth too. And this has 7 gears, so it'll tell me to go up to 7 soon. Dude, this thing has power like a monster. I swear, I love it. So for those of you who are like not knowing how to shift or don't know how to do it, it kind of guides you.
Cancel.
So that's a very good option in this car. That's the first time I've seen this option in this car, in like any car actually. So that's a good feature. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go up to 160, but we did go past 100, so and that was like in like less than like 6 seconds. So that was really, I really like this car. I don't even know what to say. Mercedes proved me wrong. I used to not like Mercedes that much, but the SL, like I said, was a benchmark to that. Now I really like, you know, the SL550 is really good. I really, really like it. I would totally recommend it. Only one thing that I don't like is that every time you see an SL550 or a 63 or just any SL model, it's always like a guy or a girl over 50 years old. I've never seen anyone younger drive an SL. It's a very old person car, but dude, who cares? If you like it, get it, right? So guys, overall, exterior, I like the exterior. It's pretty well defined. It's got a nice silhouette, as I say, and you won't really mistake an SL550 or any other SL trim or model with any other car, really. It's very distinguished from any other kind of car. So that's nice. That's important to me. Like I said in my other videos, I would like to be in a car that when I go to the parking lot, I'm not going to get mixed up between my car and another car. Or just like I mentioned in my Porsche Cayenne video, the Porsche Cayenne from a distance kind of looks like a VW Touareg. So like you could kind of get mixed up between the two, but the SL, I don't think you can really get mixed up between an SL and any other car. So I like that about it. And it has a very clean front end, very nice, like smooth lines. The headlights are very nice and very attractive, like at night. It's very beautiful, like xenon lights with the line shaped, and it has a little bit of orange in it. So I like that. The interior, like I give it like a 5 out of 5. The interior, I absolutely love the interior. It beats BMW's interior. You guys can record this and, you know, get back at me for being a BMW lover and you know, not so much of a Mercedes fan, but I do admit 2014, like, they did a really, really, really good job on the interior of the car. I really feel like I'm in like 2025. Like, it's very modern. You don't get bored. I mean, and it's very good quality. It's not like I don't know, a Ford where like it's very plasticky interior and very like just ugly. No, it's very luxury. Like, I feel like I'm in a 5-star hotel. I feel like I'm driving in the Four Seasons hotel, you know? I feel like I'm way up there in this car. And the color combinations, like, that's just absolutely beautiful. In comparison, because also I am a Porsche fan, Porsche's like maybe 2008, 2009 interiors, like, I love red in German cars. I absolutely love red, but the Porsche has like red seats, red carpets, red roof, red everything, and so it's like too much red that, like, I don't know, you feel like you're swimming in a pool of blood or something. I don't know. So that's why I like this, because it's got like a little bit of black and it's got the very dark wood, and a little bit of gray in it with the red, so it kind of transitions well between the colors and, you know, the accents, or I don't know, I'm not an art person, but like I don't know what to say, I don't even know how to say it, but the difference in colors is very, very good. Handling on this car, cabin noise, listen. That I just reached almost 90 miles an hour in a like 35 mile an hour zone. I'm scared. Cabin noise, you don't really hear a lot of like, you know, outside or wind noise. It's very relaxing. You won't get a headache. It's not like sometimes you drive these coupes and it's very noisy inside. No, it has a very nice engine noise. I love the engine noise in this. It's you feel like it growls at you. It's very nice, and you don't hear a turbo. Actually, in my 335 you could hear the turbo, and I used to really like that. You don't really hear the turbos in this. Let's see if we can hear it. I don't hear the turbos. You could slightly maybe hear the turbos in the very beginning, but it's very, very, very hard to hear. So I'm like 100% sure you guys didn't hear it in here. But you do feel that rush of power, so you know they're there. You can, if you know what a turbo feels like, you know it's there. So yeah, and handling, it feels like it's very stiff, and I have it in sport mode, the suspension, it's to be in sport mode, so it's got very stiff suspension. You don't feel like you're gonna, like, you know, lose your grip on the road. You feel like you got full contact of all 4 tires on the road. Traction control kicks in when you first take off, which I don't like that, but I guess that's a safety feature, right? So if I'm really gonna be racing, I'll turn that feature off and it won't even interfere with my takeoff. What else can I say about this car? I like the hardtop convertible is very interesting, although I don't like convertible cars, but it's still very nice for those of you who like convertible. And 0 to 60 time, 4.5 seconds. Now I'm gonna see on my video how long it took in manual mode and in just the regular drive mode, and we'll see if that's accurate or not. Brakes are pretty good. Let's see. Now I'm on 5th gear, so it's not really taking off, but there's a lot of cars here, so I don't want to do anything stupid with a low tire also. Brakes are good, but it, like, once you slam the brakes, it kind of slowly slows down, or it doesn't like slam the brakes where all the force pushes everything forward, which is actually pretty good, I think, because last time I did that, and I forgot what car it was, the FX, my mom's car, the QX56, everything flew forward, and that could also be very dangerous at the same time, you know? So it kind of slowly and steadily slows down, but it slows down at a pretty good, see, I kind of did a tail slide, but it caught itself, so that's good. So yeah, handling, I love the handling, very good. It feels like an all-wheel drive. Very stiff, yes. Brakes, you know, I can't complain about the brakes. It's not like my X6. I like my X6 brakes better, because if you do need to make that quick stop, it stops quicker than that, but it's overall it's pretty good. I would give it like a 3 out of 5. Takeoff, 5 out of 5, man. Not 5 out of 5. I'll give it 4 out of 5. I've driven an SRT8, and I don't like American cars, but I've driven an SRT8 Jeep, which is an SUV, and that doesn't even have a turbo. That's a naturally aspirated, I think it's like a 6.2 liter V8 or something, and that thing, oh, it's a rocket. It's like, oh my gosh, it's a rocket. That one, okay, I'm gonna stop talking, but yeah, this takeoff on this is very nice. Like, you feel that boosted turbo, and like, hey guys, I got a phone call, but by the time I like tapped the throttle and was recording, and just by the time I looked down at the speedo, hey gorgeous, there's a 911. By the time I tapped the throttle and I looked down at the speedo, I was already way past 60. So I was like, I couldn't even stop at 60 to do the 0 to 60 test. So, and engine noise is really nice. It's not aggressive because this is the 550, so it doesn't sound like the M5, but I can only imagine the 63 and the 65, which is like the V8 and the V12, the other V8 and the V12. So. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop right here. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or corrections or comments, please let me know. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, please support girls in the car industry, in the automotive industry. I love cars, and I'm trying my best to get my hobby and my passion for cars and get somewhere with it. So thank you so much for watching, and if there's any video requests or anything that you guys think I can improve on, please do let me know. It helps me out a lot. This is my 4th video, and hopefully I'll be doing more and more. I'm in the process of another video as well, so Please support, like, comment, give suggestions, and thank you so much for watching. And overall, the SL550 is a 2 thumbs up. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Thank you. Have a safe New Year's Eve 2016, 2017. Thanks, guys.